Hello my friends, today I'd like to share with you one of my newer products. It is the banner stamp set with matching framelits, and we're also going to showcase the rectangle flip it card die. And we are going to create this card right here. This was designed by my friend Laura Williams, and it's just a cute little flip it. It says happy birthday, and on the inside it says celebrate with a cute little pennant and a little wooden toothpick. Isn't that cute? But let me show you two other examples using this stamp set. Here's another one. This one was designed by my friend Jeannie Strife, and it's cute how she added the little flowers with little brads on top. And then here's another one designed by Jeannie Strife, which is really cute because she used one of my embossing folders on the background, and then she stamped those banners to make those a really pretty pennant. I love that one. So we're gonna make this first one here, and it's really quick and easy, and it's a lot of fun. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're going to use this nice cardstock, and it's printed only on one side, and we're gonna use our flip it card die. So I'm gonna bring over my Big Shot. You can also use the Big Kick or also the Vagabond, and we're gonna make a Sizzix sandwich. So we're gonna have a cutting pad on the bottom. We're going to get our die, or what I like to call the meat, the good stuff. The cutting pad I call the bread. So we have the bread, the meat, and now we need the condiment, or what we're gonna cut, the cardstock. I'm gonna lay that on top as well. And then to top that off, another piece of bread or another cutting pad. Now there is a chance you might need a crease pad instead. You won't know until you actually run it through your machine the first time. If it cuts when it's supposed to score, then you know that you need a crease pad. So I've already tested this and I don't need a crease pad. So I'm gonna run that through. And now I have my card cut out. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the wider, there's score marks on here. It's hard to see right now, but there's one here, one here, one here, and one here. And I'm gonna hold the wider end towards me. So this is the wider end, that's the skinny end. The wider end towards my stomach. I'm gonna fold it in half towards me and take the top flap and just fold that back. That's all I have to do. No special folding, nothing intimidating, quick and easy. There's my flip it card. Look how easy that was. And it's the same folding for all of the flip it cards. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create the inside. So here on Laura's, she used the black and she just cut a rectangle, so I can easily do that. I'm just gonna grab my trimmer, and I'm going to cut a rectangle. Now I am not one that likes to measure. I'm kind of lazy, and so I'm just going to kind of guesstimate about the size of that. And I'm pretty close, so mine's gonna have a little border around it, which is kind of nice. So I'm gonna grab my little adhesive, and I'm gonna add some adhesive there. I'm gonna add that on top. And then I get to do some fun stamping. It's about time I get to stamp. So I am going to stamp 3 little pennants on here. And I'm going to, the nice thing about this cardstock is I can turn it over and use the other side. Now I always like to stamp on a foam mat because it gives you a better impression. And I'm gonna grab my stamps. And let's see, she used this cute little one here. We'll use the same one. And we're gonna use black ink. Now I use black ink by Colorbox. The nice thing about it is that the texture on the pad is non-existent. It does not have a texture. So when I ink, I lightly tap, and I know that I'm not gonna get any extra texture. I'm only gonna get my stamped image. So that's always nice, especially when you have those solid images on your stamps. Lightly tap because they're nice and juicy-loosey. Now I have 3 of those cut out, but I also know that on the inside, I'm gonna need the other pennant. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well, just so I have all my stamping taken care of. I'm gonna grab another block, lay that on top, and again, I'm gonna use my black ink pad, ink that baby up, and stamp it right over here. Okay, perfect stamping. Move those over, and now we get to die cut again. And the nice thing about this machine is I can die cut the larger dies, or I can die cut the framelit dies. And the framelit dies are really fantastic because, let me get them out of my envelope here, because the cutting edge is on the very inside of the die. And that's what's nice, is because when you turn this over, you don't need to guesstimate where you're gonna cut. You know exactly where you're gonna cut. So I'm gonna grab my multi-purpose platform closed, my cutting pad on top. I'm gonna lay down my item that I'm gonna cut, and I'm going to get these dies out. Now I'm going to use Post-it notes to hold these in place. That way they don't move when I run them through the machine. And let's get this one. We're gonna lay that one right on top there and get another Post-it note. And I reuse my Post-it notes over and over and over again, so there's no wasting involved. I get it exactly where I want it, and I always like to straddle that die. I'm gonna get my cutting pad on top. So I'm gonna run this through a couple times because I need to cut out 3 of those banners. So there's one. So now I'm perfectly stamped and cut out, which is a fantastic thing. So there's one there. There's one there, and we're done with that one. We're gonna just run this through. Now, the nice thing about the Big Shot is I can run it through both ways. I don't need to reset anything. I just get to run it right back through. So now I'm just gonna run it this way. And the cracking you hear is totally normal. That's just the blade going through the cutting pad. There's one more, and last time, really quick, we're gonna just add this last one on here. Get that right there, exactly where we want it. Lay that, notice I'm using the same Post-it note over and over again, which is fantastic. Okay, and I'm gonna just pop that out. So now I have my 3 banners cut. I'll move over my die cut machine, get my pad, because I like to work on the mat. Okay, so where are we? So now we need some white cardstock, and we're gonna cut it a little bit smaller than our original. So let's cut it about here. And then about here. Okay, let's see. Oh, I think I was pretty close to the size there. And what we're gonna do is we are going to kind of lay this out just a little bit. And I need to add a little saying down there. So I have happy birthday. My happy birthday is from this set. Laura used one from one of my other stamp sets, but we'll use this one because it's already here and it's right ready to go. And we're just gonna line that up and stamp it. That's one of the fabulous things about clear stamps is you can see exactly what you're doing the whole time. And then we need some twine for the background. She used some other kind of twine. We're gonna use this one. And let's grab this, and we're just gonna tie that really quick around this. And I'm not so good under pressure on bows, so we'll see how far we get on this bow. Let's see how we do. It's always easier to do when you're not being watched. Grab that. Oh, there we go. Not too bad. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim that down. Trim that one. And we want to move that over a little bit because we are going to add our banners. So normally I would probably use some pop-up dots. It doesn't look like I have any handy right here, so we're just going to go ahead and use this adhesive, but you'll get the idea. And of course, if you want to add pop-up dots, you're more than welcome to add them to yours. And I'm going to add this one right there. And I'm doing the 2 on the ends first because then I'll know I can line these up and get them nice and centered. And last one. I'm going to line that one up right there. So it's going to cover my happy birthday just a tad. Well, I'll move it up a little. There we go. Cute, cute. And now we're going to add some adhesive to the back. Look how easy this is. Okay, so now we're going to add that little banner to the front. Cute, cute. And now for the inside, what we're going to do, again, remember we're going to add that cute little banner on the side with the toothpick. And because I don't have the Celebrate stamp set in this kit, I only wanted to show you this one kit. We won't write anything, and that's where we can sign our person's name, or we can say a little message to them or something to that effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and trim this down. Let's do it right about there, 275, and I think, let's see. Let me check, oh, a little too big. So we wanna do, let's see. I am the worst measurer. Oh, 275 is over here. 2.75. And then we want to do, I believe it's 4 inches. I am not a measuring girl. Okay, that looks good. So what we want to do here is I have a cute little skewer, and I could easily just probably break this into a little piece. There we go. So it's just a wooden skewer that I got at the grocery store. And probably I would want to use a better adhesive than oh, here's one. So we'll grab this one, and this is the actual mounting squares, which will definitely hold this in place better than my little cute little adhesive over there. So we're gonna add that. Now that'll definitely hold that in place, and we'll add another one right here. You could also use foam squares if you wanted, But right there, isn't that cute? And now I can easily write my little message to my friend or my mom or to my husband. This is a nice card. This is also a very nice masculine card if I wanted it to be, which is kind of handy because then, you know, sometimes it's hard to make masculine cards. So now I have the perfect spot for my little message. And look at that, isn't that adorable? So there's my little banner, quick and easy. Wasn't that easy? Happy birthday, open that up. Now this card finished is 5 by 5. You can mail these. You can also, I like to use the clear envelopes and just add a label for the address and the return address, and you can mail them in a clear envelope, which is really fun. However, they do take 20 cents more postage. If you're not happy with the 20 cents extra postage, you can trim this down to be a rectangle and put it into a regular envelope, and then you can mail it for a regular price, okay? Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.